You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Strictly for the Music Podcast, a platform for all upcoming artists of all genres. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a 16-year-old rapper, audio engineer from Atlanta, Georgia, working in live sound and studio recording. He has a major background in all things audio. He takes inspiration from some rock stars and rappers, such as Six Dogs, Lil Peep, Scarlxrd, and SADDVA. He is always excited to work with fellow creatives and bring everybody around him as he comes up. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, SoSparklee.
What's up, man?
Welcome, man.
I'm glad to be here.
Hey, I know it's been a minute. I don't know, going on 3 years. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute. So, for the people that don't know, as your first interview, I guess you had a change up, and I guess things weren't working out with Demon Under Your Bed. So, give us a little update on the name change, on what you've been doing. What kind of music can the people expect from you?
I changed my name from Demon Under Your Bed like a while ago. I think that was just like the first year of me making music pretty much. And I don't know, it just didn't fit who I was. It was too dark and like edgy and like bleh. And so I was with my cousin one night and we were bedazzling a pair of BB Simons and he was like, "That's so fucking sparkly." And I was like, "That sounds really cool." And so
Wow.
I started going by SoSparklee on everything and like trying to be a more like bright and vibrant person in general.
All right, man. So let me ask you this. So your outlook on yourself, is it that dark, underground demon look you were trying to project? You were trying to project, a lighter image, just like a sparkle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, man. How did you come up with the name? Because it's not spelled like your everyday sparkling. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
just give us a little, elaborate on that, man, and then tell us about getting into music and how you step into getting into music.
Well, for the name, I told you uh about the bedazzling of the shoes
Yeah.
and he said that like that's so fucking sparkly. And I thought it sounded really cool and I kind of toyed with it for like a few days and I finally got it stylized in the way I wanted it to. Because I had seen like Sofago somewhere and I kind of like took that stylization of like the so and then the other word and the sparkly, the two E's just like looked nice. So I thought that that would be better than just like an EY on the end or something.
Yeah, man.
And do you mean like when I started doing music? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because I know you were going under the moniker Demon Under Your Bed, man. So
Yeah.
what I want to know is from that sound, what transition? What was it? Your lyrics? Was it the sound of the beats? How did this transition form?
I think there was a lot of things like my general cadence and style and flows, lyrics, everything. It all kind of changed because when I was doing the Demon Under Your Bed thing, I was just like really edgy. I was making a lot of dark songs that like didn't really have a whole lot of meaning to them. And I feel like now I can kind of make music that's more like true to me and about like real shit because my moniker or alias or whatever like reflects me as more of a person.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So what? How did you start recording? You obviously know what you're doing when you're mixing and mastering and take us through that process. What made you even spark the idea to even start mastering your own music?
I would say the first inkling I had of like making my own music was because of Lil Peep. And when I got into him, I get like dove deep into him and his discography and who he was. And I was just like, this is really cool, and I feel like this is something I could do and like be good at. And so I found BandLab on an iPad or whatever, and I started doing stuff on there. And then I transitioned to a laptop, and I was just like recording off the mic on the laptop. And at one point, I bought like a $20 USB mic that I still have somewhere. And that's what I did a lot of stuff on. I still have a couple of those tracks. And now, I have a whole interface and PC with like really expensive shit. So like I sound a lot better and I'm able to create more like thoroughly and streamlined.
Wow, man. All right. So you started on a phone?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, man. I hear a lot of artists doing stuff on the phone, and some of it sounds like they're coming right out of a studio. But we're gonna get into that in a minute. But I want to know, man, is proud member of Z Crew.
Yeah. Z Crew, my my friend uh Zolo, I met him through school and we started hanging out and shit, and he made music as well, and I sent him an open like before we really knew each other, and that's still not finished. He's still working on that, but we ended up he has this like record label slash collective type thing, and that's Z Crew. Uh and he asked me if I wanted to be like the first person to be a part of that, and I said yes. And so now like we help each other out like financially and we make music together, and we're just like he's like my day one.
Oh wow. All right, man. So I mean, obviously you're sponsored. You know what I'm saying? W Energy, man. Let us know about the sponsorship. How did the collab come?
With W Energy, I stream like games on Twitch occasionally, and
Wow.
I saw that they were looking for like partners of any size, and so I applied, and I got the email back a few days later saying that I my application was received and everything was all good for me to be a partner with them. And so now I have like a creator code that people can use on their shop, and I get commissions off of anything that people buy with my code.
Wow. That's amazing, man. All right, man. Talk about your background, man. What did you grow up listening to, man? What influenced your sound? What was the surroundings growing up? What was that like?
Um, I when I was like a baby, my dad, the only thing that would like make me stop crying or whatever, like go to sleep, was Pink Floyd. And so like that classic rock, really like dreamy, wavy sound that Floyd had, and them and the Grateful Dead are like the two first bands that I ever listened to. And then from there, when I was like when I was like a kid, I mainly listened to whatever my sister was listening to, and that was like heavy death metal and like EDM shit. And my my parents listened to like mainly classic rock and country. And then once I got into high school, I started like really developing my own music taste, and that was when I got into like the whole rap scene, and that's what got me into actually creating music. So I guess like any sound that I hear and intake kind of influences me, because like a lot of shit I'll be listening to during the day, I kind of like I'll be mixing, I'll be writing or recording, and I'll kind of think back to something. I'm like, that sounded really cool. I wonder if I could do something like that.
Wow, man. What was it like growing up, man?
I've always grown up like really poor, but like kind of like in like the country, like not in the ghetto.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, like I still live in the same house. It's just like in the middle of nowhere. We have a decent amount of property, but it's just
Wow.
like kind of like white trashy, I guess you could say.
No, man. So let me ask you this. I mean, you're so young though, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you were born in what? Like,
2006.
yeah. Yeah, man. I was barely young in high school, dog. So wow. Yeah, man. You originally started writing music under the alias Demon Under Your Bed, but at the same time, you were even younger.
Yeah, my first ever name was Ghost World, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, man.
I had that for a little while, and then I was Spooky for like a minute, and then Demon Under Your Bed lasted for about a year. I was like 13 or 14. and then I finally
Dumb.
I changed it to SoSparklee when like during my freshman year,
Oh, I
and
can't
that's what
believe
I've
that,
had.
man. Like you've evolved, like the stages of you in your music from the beginning have evolved. You know what I mean? And that's dope, bro. Because
Thank you,
ain't
man.
nobody know about that, dog. You know?
No, dude, no one knows Ghost World. And probably no one knows Demon Under Your Bed even.
Right. But yeah, man. All right, man. So how are you different from other artists, from other musicians, other influencers?
I think what I see a lot is people will find something that they're good at or like mediocre at or anything, like something that they're a little bit better at than the rest of the shit that they've tried. And they just take that and they only do that one thing. And they like because they're better at it than everything else. And people tend to stick to like one channel of media. They do like they just do the same thing. And I want to like with my music, I take like you if you look at like the last four tracks I've released, every single one of them a different genre. And
Wow.
that's because I'm just like taking all these sounds and experimenting and seeing if I can do it. 'Cause I don't give a shit if I'm good at it. I just want to see if I can do it. And if I can do it, I'm gonna do it more until I'm better at it. And so that way, like once I get bigger, like if someone wants to buy a feature from me, it doesn't matter what the fuck they do. I'll be able to like give them a feature. And
Wow.
I I stream games on Twitch. I make music. I do like general content creation. I have a little internet magazine I'm running,
Wow.
and it's just like all these different channels, all like bringing back to me. And it's just like so much content that like I'm producing and putting out, and it's just like mo exponentially more exposure.
How do you keep up with it?
I d- um I don't know, man. I tend to do a lot of stuff like the same day that I have to turn it in, honestly.
Wow. So I'm gonna ask you this: at this point of your career, man, are you done with BandLab?
Um, I try to like check it every now and again, and I use it to like store demos and stuff.
All right.
Uh, I
Uh,
live streamed on there a few nights ago actually.
oh man. All right, man. That's good. I'm glad you're still locked into the community. I'm glad. I hopefully anybody and everybody are tuning in into SoSparklee on bandlab.com. You know what I mean? We gotta shout them out. All right, man. So 2 years ago, Fallout November. And this is one of your popular tracks, man. I don't know if you could elaborate on it, but if you can, give the audience and your fans on how this came upon. What was the process like?
Fallout November, I'm pretty sure that's the first song I ever like made. And it's instrumental, kind of like house, chill EDM. No vocals or anything because I wasn't like interested in doing that at the time. But I was kind of like November of 2020. I just had like a lot of shit going on, or not 2019. I had just had a lot of shit going on, like in my home, and I would go to my cousin's house, and he had a PCM beat maker and a Korg keys machine, and I made the loops and the drum shit all on there and recorded it to tape, and then I put it like through a fucking analog to digital converter, and I got it onto a hard drive, and I put that up on BandLab. That was like the first thing I ever did, and I was like so proud of the composure. I haven't been able to like recreate that again,
Wow.
but it was pretty much just like my escape from my home was going to his house and doing that shit on his like machines.
Do you still do that to this day?
Yeah, dude, me and my cousin, I'm not gonna name drop. I don't know if he'd want to be, but we still make a lot of shit together. It's like it's an escape for both of us.
All right, man. All right, man. So what I want to know, man, is slow down. And you have a feature with this artist, man. Right?
Yeah, SADDVA.
SADDVA. Man, I don't think I pronounced that right in the beginning, but Savia, man. All right, man. So how did this come upon, man? And what gave you the idea to do music with this artist, man?
Mm, Me and SADDVA, we've been friends for a while, like before he was even like popular or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had him on the podcast that I was doing a while ago, and it was around that time I asked him because Slow Down was originally going to be on an album I was doing, but I ended up scrapping that idea and just doing that single. Um, and I had done that verse and I had another one written, but I felt like he could do something cool with it, so I asked him, and he said yes, and so I sent him the open, and he did his thing on it.
Wow. All right, man. Wow, man. I'm just so blown away by your SoundCloud, man. I can't like. I'm like, man, that is just so unreal, man. Like, oh, you have a lot of popular tracks on SoundCloud, man. All
Thank
right,
you.
man. So Punk Boy, um, just dropped him 1 year ago, man. I'm guessing this is a different genre.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Punk Boy, I put that together in like an hour. Like I did
Like an hour.
everything. Yeah, like I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and I was just started fucking drinking coffee and like energy drinks, and I wrote it, found a beat, recorded it, and I got my friend to mix it for me, and I put it out like not too long after that. It was just like a really quick, fun thing that I did.
Wow. This next one, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Produced by Midsummer. Man, you gotta let us know about this track.
I kind of wrote it like in the mindset of like not knowing what the fuck I was gonna do with my life or like my future, but like knowing I was gonna do something, uh, and just kind of like being on that road, like as a teenager, no one really knows what they're gonna do, and anyone who says they do is lying for the most part, and it's just like you're just on this journey, you're just like blowing through the wind until you fucking stick to something.
Wow. I don't know, bro. I guess a lot of young kids probably your age feel the same exact way as you, man. They probably relate, bro. All right, man. Moving on, man. Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Uh,
Bebop.
that's completely freestyle. Me and my friend Alec, Big Jim, he went by. I had like just gotten my mic and everything, and we just thought it would be funny to like do this like goofy freestyle about like us and our friends and like the shit that we got up to when we hung out.
Wow. Destroy everything.
That's that was a cover I did. I took a class on studio recording, and we like put a band together and recorded that. And the track on band or fuck, the track on SoundCloud, that's my mix and master that I did, and we all recorded it together. And everyone's credit, all the instrumentalists and vocalists are credited in the track as well. It was a really fun learning experience on like how a studio runs and like how you set up recordings for like drum sets and guitars and vocalists in like a professional setting.
Oh yeah. Life is so amazing. Young Ruby. Produced by D-Mac plus Pluto. Wow, you got two engineers on one track?
Yeah, the beat was made by DMAC and Pluto. They're awesome producers. I love the shit they put out. But Young Ruby, I met him in algebra, and it was like the first day of school, and
Wow.
he was sitting next to me, and he just looked over at me, and he was like, "Do you record music?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he gave me a SoundCloud, and we started talking, and we're like best friends now. But we have that track together. He sent me a few opens, and I really fucked with that one, and so I wrote a verse for it, and I recorded it and everything, and he helped me mix it.
Bro, how are you meeting these upcoming artists, man? Like, are they just like falling out of nowhere or what, man?
I just go out a lot and I talk to people. I go out of my way to meet people who I think are cool.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like if I'm ever out, I'll if I see someone who looks interesting visually, I'll go out of my way to speak to them.
Damn. Man.
'Cause, like you never know who you'll meet, you know?
Exactly, man. But that's why I'm so surprised, bro. I'm like, dude, you met this dude in algebra? Like, out of all places, bro. You met him in
Literally,
math class.
it was so surreal. Like I sat down the first day of school and he just like turns to me and is like, "Do you record music, bro?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
That's fucking crazy,
I
man.
know.
Wow. All right, man. So Rolly, once again, young Ruby.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's pretty much the same story for that one. He sent me that open, like during class actually, and I wrote the verse for it during class, and
Wow.
then I got it
Wait,
recorded.
you guys are doing this all in the classroom? Like you guys are all doing this, like really writing out lyrics
Yeah,
and yo, wow, dog.
we were sharing we were sharing one phone with like one headphone each, and we were writing and shit, and then I
Are you for
recorded it at
real?
home. Yeah,
Wow.
I got it mixed and everything, and it just went up on all platforms in October actually.
All right, man. 5280, produced by Sammy. I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's 5280. It's the area code in Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
Five two eight zero.
That's where that picture's taken as well in Denver. Or in like the Denver area.
Wow.
And I I want to like as soon as I can I want to like leave Georgia and go to Denver.
Wow.
And like that's where I want to like reside for the rest of my life.
That sounds like a dope plan, man. All right, man. Killing It with Zolo, produced by Aaron Beats.
Yeah, Zolo is the founder of Z Crew.
Oh yeah, that's right,
And
man. That's
yeah,
right.
me and him are really good friends. And he's been wanting to make a song with me, but his studio was fucked up, so he couldn't make anything for a minute. And so I found a like really nice aesthetic beat from Aaron, and I bought it and everything, and I wrote my part and I recorded it and mixed it, and I sent it to him, and he eventually got his stuff done, and he mixed his own, and he mastered the full track, and it was so much fun making that. I consider it like one of my best recordings,
Wow.
and that'll be up on all platforms on January 1st.
Man. All right, man. January 1st, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna promote that at the end of the interview. And yeah, you already know, man. So I'm assuming, man, the most popular track you had dropped 2 months ago, man, by Jesse Rose.
Yeah,
Rose, man, 13,000 SoundCloud alone. Dreamland.
Dreamland. I've been really like obsessed with like the dreamcore aesthetic and culture like for the past few months. And I was searching through beats for like days. I was just looking up like glitchcore, dreamcore, traumacore beats, all that shit, like weird, just weird experimental shit. And uh I found a beat titled Dreamland by Jesse Rose, and I listened to it and it was just so nice and like smooth, and I was like coming up with bars in my head while I was listening to it for the first time. And so I emailed them about it because it wasn't on the marketplace yet. And we negotiated an agreement and I paid them for it, and they have a royalty split on the track. I put it up on SoundCloud and paid for promotion on it. That's why it's so successful.
Wow.
Uh, and
So
that
you could
will
actually pay for promotion on SoundCloud.
yeah, there's a
Wow.
whole I'm a part of SoundCloud Repost, which is like they have a distributing platform, SoundCloud, and that gives you like access to SoundCloud promotion and shit. But Dreamland, that was recorded and mixed and everything by me and a dude that I'm friends with, So Love Sig, mastered it, and another friend of mine, Michelle Severson, they did the cover art for it, and it was like a very collaborative effort between a lot of people, and that'll be on all platforms on February 1st.
All right, man. So I guess this is a sneak peek about what we're about to tune into, right?
You say again?
Like you're just giving us a little sample of what we're gonna be hearing when it drops, right?
The full track is on SoundCloud.
Okay. So this ain't gonna be dropping. So you're giving your fans on SoundCloud the first sneak peek to these tracks that even hit the drop date, right? The
Oh
release
yeah.
date. Man.
I release all my tracks on SoundCloud first.
All right, dude. What song inspired you the most, man?
Like what song of mine or in general?
Yeah, yours, man.
Ooh, that's tough. Either like 5280 or Dreamland.
All right. I had a feeling you were gonna say that. All right, man. So let me ask you this. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. If you do you have any music videos, or are you at that point of your career that you're willing to do visuals and you know?
I do. I do have a YouTube channel and I mainly put up visualizers. I did a lyric video for Dreamland actually, and me and Zolo have plans to do a music video for Killing It in the near future.
All right. All right, man. Are you willing to do any live performances? Like if you get booked for a show or any upcoming artist or talent that's out there that has an open spot, are you willing to take that spot and perform your music?
Oh, for sure. I'm looking at open mics around here right now actually, to do some acoustic sets to like put more exposure around my name and like my local scene.
All right, man. Do you have any future collaborations for any upcoming artists or any artists that you're willing to work in the future?
I'm down to work with anybody really if I feel like we can match our sounds, and I do a lot of different shit. I experiment, so I'm always down to try a new genre. Me and Zola will definitely be working more together. SADDVA and Young Ruby. I'm gonna be working with all those people. Lil Wild Tunes. I plan to work with him pretty soon.
Bet. All right, man. So if you could work with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Lil Peep,
Lil
and
Peep.
simply because he is just like he's been such an inspiration to me, not just in my music, but like in my life. Like he he made me feel very accepted with like being not as masculine and like being open about like sexuality and all that. He's like the first person who like made me feel okay about all that shit.
Oh, really, man?
Yeah.
Man, big ups to that man, for accepting who you are, man. Appreciate that. All right, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. Can we expect you to go out of your genre? Are you willing to go and try another lane that you haven't been in? Like maybe, like we talked about, punk. You said that was a little switch up of the genre. Could we expect that more in 2023, or what can we expect more of? What we were talking about was going out of your genre, man. I know you had Punk Boy, man, but is there any other songs that you have maybe hidden treasures out there that people don't know about or you want to elaborate on, or something that you got working right now?
Um, right now I'm trying to work more in like the drift funk and glitchcore type stuff and the more dreamy vibe that like Dreamland has. But there's Punk Boys like really hype rap, and then Life So Amazing and Rolly are both kind of melodic trap type stuff. Killing It's aesthetic rap. And so I just want to like keep trying new things and like seeing what I'm best at and what I can get better at and what stuff that I like can't do,
All
if that
right.
makes sense.
All right, man. So let me say this. Favorite bar in any song of yours.
I think my favorite bar that I've ever written
Yeah.
is probably in Rolly, and I want to make sure I remember it correctly. All these little bitches run up on me, scared I'll get my bag, but I just shoot them down 'cause they hoes. Yeah, they always lag, like a Windows running crisis, but my life feels more like Doom. Grab my plasma rifle and my lighter. We gonna blow up soon.
There we go. All right, man. So what are your goals in 2023? What can the audience expect? What are you about to project, man?
I wanna keep growing my brand, as SoSparklee, and like do more with it and continue with the production of my internet magazine, and just keep working with more people and like doing performances hopefully this year. That's something I'm like really aiming towards.
All right, man. So, how is your? Well, we already talked about that. All right, man. So, special shout outs, plug in all your social media outlets. Let everyone know where they can find you and find your music.
Special shout outs, Zolo, Young Ruby, and all the homies, just like anyone who has fucked with me and my music, anyone who supports me. I love you all. And I would not be here without every single person who has streamed my music once. Socials, I have the Instagram is so.sparklee with two E's on the end. And you can pretty much find everything else from there. I've got a master link. And on all platforms, I'm SoSparklee. Sparkly spelled with two E's on the end. And yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. SoSparklee. You already know this is strictly for the music podcast. We'll have them links in the description down below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that sub button as soon as you hit the door, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit that sub button, comment down below, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, man. Give your thumbs up for SoSparklee because you know you came in this interview short notice and chilled the whole thing, man. All right, so shout out to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is strictly for the music podcast.